Mr. Ereke, thank you for being here with us in
Thank
the
you very
10th Supply Chain and Logistics Exhibition in Greece. You are coming from, you have a bigger picture of the transportation
Yes.
industry in Europe and Middle East. I would like you to point us of some challenges that the transportation has in this area.
So as you mentioned, as IRU, we are representing road transport industry, mobility of goods and people. But when we focus on good transport, we see many problems, challenges, long waiting times at the borders, insufficient customs procedures, lack of cooperation between public authorities. All these kind of problems cause additional issues for road transport industry, for the road transport companies. They are waiting days, sometimes weeks at the border. As IRU, while we are representing them, we are aiming to fix their problems, solve their problems by using our TIR system. As you know, IRU, we are representing TIR system for over 75 years. We are the one created this TIR system,
Yes.
and under it became a UN convention. Since this day, we are managing TIR system. By using TIR system and our IT tools, we are establishing green lanes at many border crossing points in Central Asia, in some Balkan states, in between Ukraine, Moldova, Belarus, Romania, this area, this region. By doing that, also in Gulf countries, by establishing all these green lanes, we are accelerating border crossing procedures. We have several examples, like from 4 days to 6 hours, reducing border crossing times. And also, together with our member organization, we are establishing some fast lane by using authorized economic operator status, some simplified customs procedures. Just an example, 2 weeks ago, we were at the border between Turkey and Bulgaria. We faced that the transport companies were waiting at the border for 30 hours. But by using our fast lane, it was reducing to 7 hours. So as IRU, we are representing road transport company, but today is difficult because geographic is large. Transport companies carrying cargo from China to Europe through different corridors. Every country, as of today, we are discussing corridors. We may also focus on corridor. For example, middle corridor is one of these corridors that we are aiming to facilitate. Apart from that, there are other corridors like IMEC or development road through Iraq, Turkey. All the corridors have different kind of problems. While we are talking about these corridors, of course, the transport companies are facing any issues, but it's our task, it's our job to facilitate. But we cannot solve all these issues as IRU or with our members. We need government's help. We need public authorities' help. This is the task for them.
Do you have it?
Yes, in many cases, we are receiving support from governments. But of course, we need more support. Transport companies, they need more support from all of us. Because when we talk about, for example, middle corridor, which is also linked to Greece, starting from China through Central Asia, Caspian Sea, Turkey, and some of them they divided. Some of them they go through Bulgaria, some of them they go through Greece. So that middle corridor is linked with Greece. But of course, in this corridor, the government, they need to help us. There are many problems at the borders in Caspian Sea, lack of cooperation, insufficient procedures, custom procedures, insufficient capacities at ports or Ro-Ro vessels. Together with public authorities, with our members, we are aiming to accelerate these transport operations, reduce delivery times. It's our job. Together with our members, we are working on it. We are managing some parts, but we need more support. Industry needs more support because we are trying to provide some better service to transport companies. Okay. But at the same time, we need to fix all problems because otherwise some companies, they're having financial issues.
Of course.
And they need to survive. In order to survive, they need help. So,
okay. What about the lack of drivers, which is a global problem?
Yes.
How do you face that?
So it's a big problem. As IRU, we published our report about driver shortage last year. In many countries, the situation is same. It's difficult to fix that problem. Together with our member organization, we are working on that problem and trying to train new drivers. To find new drivers, to train them, to use them as a driver, to hire them in this market. But of course, day by day, it's getting difficult. It's difficult to convince drivers who is waiting at the borders for weeks.
For hours, yes.
For sometimes hours, but sometimes days, sometimes weeks. We have many cases like more than 2-3 weeks within the cabin, waiting in the same border without moving. It's not easy to convince all these people continue to work for this country as a companies as a driver. So we have different programs. Working together with our member associations, like in Turkey, like here in Greece with OFE, with universities, how we can fix these issues with government. Because if we fix the issues at the borders, if they don't wait, then they can continue to work as a driver. But if we let them to work at this, wait in the same border crossing point, then it will be difficult for everybody, for all of us. Now we are discussing about autonomous vehicles. This is another thing we are discussing. In the future, most probably we will see autonomous trucks. But it's difficult to convince governments. If something happened, they need to take the responsibility to allow these autonomous trucks. In the future, we already see for the automobile, for the cars, there are autonomous taxis.
Yes, of
we just
course.
calling them, they come, so they arrive, they deliver us from one point to another point.
I think it's difficult for the Balkans, though, due to our system,
region,
to the road system.
Yes, in some countries maybe possible. We see this kind of things in China. There are some autonomous trucks, in some countries, in some regions, but of course it's rare and limited area, limited scope. It's difficult to have this option. But we have more time to see this.
Okay.
Until that moment, we need to find a way to solve this driver shortage problems. It's around 17-18% driver shortage in this region, in our region. So we need to find a way, but the most critical point to solve these issues, we need to provide them better conditions, because we see lack of safe, secure parking areas. They stay in their trucks. They sleep at night in their trucks. We need to provide them safe, secure parking areas.
And I would like your comment about the Fit for 55 program. How ready we are to take the goal of zero CO2 emissions up to 5 years from now?
For me, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm honored for this invitation. For this region, for decarbonization, our task is not easy. We need to renew the fleets, but for that we need financial power to renew the fleets. We have better economic condition to renew the fleets. We have European Commission, they are publishing the new regulations about decarbonization. We have targets 2030, 2050. We need to reduce the carbon emission. But how we will do it? This is the question. How the government will help us? We have targets, we have aims, there are goals, we need to obey, we need to fulfill. But they need to show us how we are going to do that. They need to give us a way, financial power. They need to ease our job, transport companies, transport industry's job, to get them more power for financial powers. Then they can start renew their trucks. For now, it's difficult to get these goals, to reduce this, to have this decarbonization, reduce the carbon emission. But together with our member organization, we are trying to help the road transport industry to have better future.
Okay.
I hope they will get it. It is our job to help them.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.